The word factor, or even to factorise, are commonly used terms in mathematics. Let's have a look at the definition of a factor. A factor of a number is a whole number which divides exactly into that number. Now we're going to consider positive whole numbers, so in other words, not the number 0. Let's have a look at some factors of an example, in this case 6. Now 6 divided by 1 is equal to 6. There is no remainder. So we consider 1 to be a factor of 6. And in fact, 1 is a factor of every counting number. So to consider other factors, what we'll do logically is just keep going up from 1 all the way to 6 and see which of those numbers are factors of 6. So the next counting number after 1 is 2, so 6 divided by 2 equals 3. There is no remainder. So 2 is also a factor of 6. Now we know that 3 is going to be a factor automatically because 6 divided by 2 is equal to 3, and therefore 6 divided by 3 equals 2 with no remainder. So 3 is also a factor of 6. The next counting number after 3 is 4, but if we do 6 divided by 4, we do have a remainder. It goes into 6, 1, remainder 2, or if we did the operation 6 divided by 4 equals 1.5, the result is not a whole number, so 4 is not a factor. Likewise, 5 is not a factor of 6 because 6 divided by 5 equals 1.2. It doesn't go into 6 exactly. And the last number to consider is 6 divided by 6, which equals 1, so every number is a factor of itself. Now we know not to proceed beyond there because 6 divided by 7 will automatically have a remainder, and same goes for 6 divided by 8, etc. So the factors of 6 are 1, 2, 3 and 6. Now there's another way to check this process which may seem a little more logical, and it doesn't mean having the numbers in order, but what we can do is start from the smallest counting number, which is 1, and ask ourselves, is there a partner such that if you multiply 1 by that number it equals 6? And of course 1 multiplied by 6 equals 6. So 1 and 6 are a pair that make up factors of 6. So there's 2 factors we have straight away. Now the next number to consider after 1 logically is 2. So we ask ourselves, does 2 go into 6? And yes, it does. It goes into there 3 times because 2 multiplied by 3 is equal to 6. So 2 and 3 are a pair. Now what we can do is, because 3 is half of 6, we know that that's the end of the line, so to speak. We don't have to consider any more numbers because 3 will go into 6 2 times. Numbers after 3, beyond halfway of 6, are no longer factors of 6. There'll be remainders involved. So we have our list of factors. So when finding factors of numbers, you can apply the same process. Start at the number 1 and see if it's got a partner that actually multiplies to the number you're trying to find the factors of, and then keep counting up from 1, 2, 3, etc. until you reach halfway, and then you know you've exhausted all the possible pairs of factors of the original number that you're considering.